Good morning, everybody. Welcome again to my channel. As I've been sharing the power of God in my life, as I look back over my life, I want to share with you this morning an incident that took place with me. And you tell me if you still believe this is just random happening or there is a God. Because a lot of people are out there saying there is no God or God is dead or whatever. But tell me. So I was selling books, Christian books. Was a colporteur in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And as I finished that day, I made some money. I had about maybe $2,500 in my pocket. Okay, I was hungry, so I stopped at a pizza shop to buy myself a pizza. And while I was waiting, after ordering the pizza, while I was waiting, a voice, as it were, said to me, since you're waiting on the pizza, it's going to be about 15-20 minutes. Why don't you go and familiarize yourself with the books that you're reading? Because that's one of the principles to sales. You got to know the product that you're selling. So I said, okay, I'll obey the voice. And I went to the car, took out a book, and it's called Family Matters. And I sat down, and my head was buried like this in the book, reading never before. I was frozen in the book. And a lady was sitting beside me, and she bounced the book and walked outside one of the time. I didn't pay it any mind. She came back inside, and she bounced me the book a second time. And by the time I'm to look up, she walked outside, and then I heard a voice said, this is a hold up, what you guys dealing with? Something like that. And what had happened is that while my head was buried, while I was frozen in the book, a gunman came right in front of me, jumped over the counter, held them hostage, robbed them. And when he said this is an hold up, I was ready to hand over my money, only to see the gunman walking out with the gun. And then the lady came back in and she said, "Sir, what happened to you? I was signaling you to get out. That's why I bounced the book." And I'm saying like, wow. But you see, God is a powerful God. Because here was I reading some Christian book, familiarizing myself with the book. And this gunman, probably I would have seen his face. Well, not probably. I would have seen his face. And who to tell, as an eyewitness, some of these guys will shoot you. So God just allowed me to take up that book, in my opinion, to read and to not be a part of not be able to observe what was happening, so that I jeopardized my life. And so the lady came back in, and as I said, she said to me, "Sir, I was trying to signal you. I can't believe it, man. You were just frozen." And now I understand why she bounced the book twice without even saying sorry, because it was a signal to get out, because gunman was in there. So you tell me, do you believe that this was just a coincidence? Do you believe that this was the act of God, the Spirit of God working? What do you believe? I'd love to hear your opinion. Please remember to like, the button below this video. It's like this. Click on that. There's a little bell beside it. Click on that if you want more of my testimonies. But I'm just saying to people, don't believe when they say there is no God. There is a God, and He's very active in the life of His people. And I hope that this is a blessing to you. Don't feel that God is nowhere to be found. He's right here. In Him, the Bible says, we live, we move, we exist. The oxygen that you're breathing, how long can you do without that? Tell me, how long can you do without the oxygen that God provides in the atmosphere? Not very long, maybe 30 seconds, So we live in God, we move in God, we exist in God. May God bless you. Continue to walk good, and I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.